Good morning. Happy February 17th, and welcome back to the Leaf Riders of Wrenwood, where we have officially gone down into the tunnel that was in the throne room. And we tried to kind of scout a safe but efficient path down the tunnel. And we did elect to choose speed over safety. So we ended up getting down there quickly, but we did take a point of damage. But because we were there quickly, we have +2 to our non-combat rolls on this page. So let's go ahead and see what we get up to. I imagine that means there is a combat, since it's specified to non-combat, but let's take a look. Okay, so we are in the tunnel. I do indeed see a combat, and let's read what it says. So we've got Saturday, February 17th, and Sunday, February 18th, which is Stars Day and Sun's Day of Snowsend. And yeah, we're in a tunnel here. I am interested by the wooden beams that are there. I suppose those could have been things that were in place just to support the castle, but I am curious why they were there because I thought the previous page said that it was dug kind of like unnaturally. It wasn't. This wasn't really made for us to traverse or anything. So I'm a little curious why there's that wooden strut there. But regardless, let's go ahead and read the page. It says, "You move along the tunnel until you hear a noise up ahead. You approach quietly. They appear to be talking amongst themselves and haven't noticed you yet." Okay, so first we need to follow behind them in hopes of eavesdropping. And we will be rolling a d20 and adding dexterity. And we don't have the stealthy ability, so that's only for those that do. And then we will attack them. Okay, but we need to follow behind them in hopes of eavesdropping first. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. So that's rolling a d20 and adding dexterity. Okay, we rolled a 7. We get to add our dex, which is 3, up to 10, and then we add 2 to our non-combat rolls. So that is a 12. And now I have to decide if I want to use our boon, because I do want to use it at some point, and we just make enough d20 rolls during combat that I think it's probably just worth using it. And looking at the results, it does seem like I could benefit from it. Not necessarily, but we're at a 12 now, so if we roll well, we could actually get some benefit from having used our boon. So let's go ahead and do that. So we erase that, and we'll roll our d4 here. I think we need a 3 or a 4 for it to really matter. Okay, we rolled a 2, so unfortunately that puts us up to 14, which is the upper limit for the kind of the middle bracket. But okay, so if the result is between 8 and 14, we've done it. Our mission is complete. We can leave now. They can't stop it. Their precious tree will be dead soon. King Rathex will be pleased. You accidentally kick a rock, making enough noise to draw the insect's attention. The insects inspect where it came from. You remain still and hidden long enough to get the drop on them. Okay, so now we do the combat. So let's go ahead and do insect number 1. Okay, so we'll do our attack roll here. Okay, we rolled a 3, so that is a +4, so that puts us at an attack of 7. Now, we do have our surges, which can add to a damage roll or a defense roll. Okay, so we're not going to do that. Um, oh, I did just realize we had the gust, which was a d20 plus wisdom, which it says it's d20 plus wisdom, but I believe this was the one that was retconned to be dexterity, and we definitely could have used that on the previous roll. But it's fine. We missed it. But I need to. I'll probably have to fix that here. Let's just do it now, so I do remember. This is. I'll just cross it off, and then it's Dex. go. Okay, so that I remember for the future, because we were one away. So if we'd used it, it didn't even. I guess it's a reroll, so it wasn't a guaranteed good thing, but it was fairly good. Like we'd rolled below average for sure. Anyway, okay. So we can't do anything to increase this attack, so we're just at an attack of 7. So let's go ahead and write that down here. Attack 7. Okay, so that almost certainly won't hit. So let's go ahead and roll damage here, which is a d12, which is pretty cool. Okay, that's a 6, which I have to imagine will be enough. And then we've got a d20 plus defense here. Okay, and we rolled a 1. Man, I think across, what is that? 1, 2, yeah, I guess only 3 rolls today so far, but we have rolled a 1, a 3, and like a 7 or something. Not great. Okay, so that is a 5, but that doesn't really matter because it's a fail. So, um, I guess we could use our whirlwind, which is re-roll a defense roll and take the new result. I suppose we should do that. So let's go ahead and use our whirlwind. So that's one of our surges. Okay, a 14. So there we go. So that's an 18. So that is almost certainly good enough. Okay. So enemy number 1 has a defense of 11. Yeah, so we definitely don't hit. Wow, it had a health of 7. That is a lot of health. Okay. It has a attack of 11, so we do defend it. Standard damage of 2 and partial damage of 1. So we go down to 12. Okay. Let's go ahead and mark that. All right. And then let's do insect number 2. Let's do our attack roll. Okay, well that's quite good. So that's an attack of 20. Definitely don't need to reroll that. And then we roll damage, and I guess we need a pretty high roll because that last one had like 7 health. Okay, well 11 is quite high. I have to imagine that would be enough. That would be wild if that wasn't enough. Okay. And then we'll do the defense roll just in case we get the boon. Oh, quite a good roll, an 18, but not going to be relevant, I don't think. Okay. We rolled much better in the second half of this of this combat. Um, okay, so insect number 2 has a defense of 12, which we do hit. It has a health of 5. Okay, so we do vanquish them. It's got an attack of 12, which would not have hit us. It had standard damage of 2 and partial damage of 1. Okay. So we do manage to defeat them. And it doesn't, typically it'll say something like, um, if you do not manage to kill them, they run away, kind of thing. It doesn't actually say that this time. But I'm assuming it's still I'm assuming it's still a normal combat that we don't like fight them again until we defeat them. It doesn't say that. So I'm gonna assume not. Oh yeah, and at the bottom it does say if you killed one enemy, collect an amber. Okay, so there we go. So we'll go up to 8 amber there. Lovely. All right. Could have gone better, but could have gone a lot worse as well. And then, let me double check. It was kind of tough to see. This is a really dark page. Double check there isn't any treasure in here. It doesn't appear like there is. I do see some, like, what appear to be runes on some of the rocks, which is kind of interesting. Like, kind of on the left-hand side here, I see a couple runes. One looks like an N, and one kind of looks like or I guess it's an H. It kind of looks like a lowercase h and then a capital H. Up here on the beam, there's like a line and then a down arrow. And then over here, there's like an R and then an A. Vaguely, anyway. Which is interesting. But regardless, that is not treasure. So I don't think we're missing any treasure. Yep, I don't see any. So then the last thing we have to do is the Sunday lottery. So let's go ahead and do that, which is rolling our d6. A 5. It was a 5, I promise, before I nudged it with my finger. So I think that means we get, what is it, 3 amber? I think we rolled a 5 last week, funnily enough. Yes, a 5 is 3 amber. Okay, so we go up to 11. So hopefully we get a chance to spend this at some point. Although I can't imagine it's going to be down in these tunnels. Yes, that puts us up to 11. All right. And hopefully we get some treasure soon, because it would be really nice to have, some other things to use in combat should I need them. But that is it so far, and we'll have to see about this. Was it King Wrathex, I think is what they said? Yeah, King Wrathex. We'll have to see what that's about, hopefully soon. But until then, thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.